Welcome. This is Sam Eric Ruttman, and welcome to the Hotel Tech Talk. I'm joined today by Jayanth Kolla from Bangalore, and I'm based in Helsinki. What would be maybe some 3 or 4 things which gives them at least a little bit of an edge rather than taking the whole full package to themselves, but they start in baby steps? What is your suggestion for that?
Depending on who these players are, or in the travel industry, or which are the stakeholders. But across the board, the basic fundamental thing that any player can do is essentially, store the digital data that is being voluntarily provided by the customer, right? And act on it. Change their processes and offer experience to the customer around the data and the preferences that the customer is providing. If the customer says that his flight lands at 11 o'clock and is he's ready to, or he might be checking in at 12 o'clock or 12:30, and getting his room ready by the time he comes in, and taking his verification document digitally, to offer him a seamless. The moment he walks into a hotel, he just collects the key card, or not even that. I mean, his key card can be an OTP or a secret message on his phone. He can directly walk into to his room and enter that OTP. Right. So a basic step is capturing and acting upon the data that is being voluntarily provided by the customer, the preferences that are being voluntarily provided. Start with changing the processes. Those are baby steps.
Yes. What else? I mean, also one thing that comes to my mind is worked in the hotels was the payment systems. For instance, when we are, I worked in Thailand, and we had maybe a UK-based firm was paying us. It was very complicated sometimes to get the payment going, and always the thing that there was always a middleman who was nipping a piece of the action, and then we have to go back to them and say that, hey, we didn't get the full payment, and so on. Where do you see this with this emerging technologies, that we can start to speed up this process, because time is money, right? So that we can get that payment flow moving faster and in the way that we intended to.
Yeah, blockchain is your answer there. I mean, when it comes to payments technologies, the number of issues blockchain, as a technology has been able to, iron out when it comes to payments, and specifically blockchain works best when there are a number of middlemen and a number of transaction fees, a number of hops when it comes to payments. Blockchain technology have been proven across the board, across industries.
Yeah.
To iron out these issues, and that would be the technology to adopt basis the exact problem statement you're trying to solve, but at an umbrella level, at a high level, blockchain is your answer.
Okay, how about some fun element? Because I know you like I know you're watching a TV show, right? Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah. Now, I was saying to you earlier that I think, how would it be if you would be a character and you were sitting on the wall and talking about this? Is that going to be possible? And when?
Oh yeah, I mean, virtual reality is your answer there, right? Depending again, yeah, I mean, getting your customers' preferences in terms of their favorite TV shows, and pre-programming certain VR goggles with some of those content, and providing that as a service or as an offering in the hotel room the moment he walks in. Imagine a tourist walks in, and there's this very cool looking VR goggle sitting on the bed for him. The moment he puts it on, he's into a virtual reality environment of his favorite show. Imagine him sitting on the on that wall and having a conversation with Jon Snow. Right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be awesome? And now tell me, if that's his first experience, the moment he walks into his hotel room, he would be booking that hotel room for life. I mean, come on.
I think so too. Well, on that note, Jayanth, I think this it has been a very good summary of a lot of things already. And since we are going to do on regular basis these episodes, so I just it has been a great and thanks very much for sharing all this information. But now for the viewers, now I hope for you, because this is going to be featured on our the YouTube channel. So any questions that you have, please write them down on the comments. And at our next episode, we will take a few minutes to answer your questions. And in that way, we can have a rolling conversation with you. So first of all, I think my first question would be, what do you think about this? What would be the kind of topics would you like to know more about? Because Jayanth is he's the master hacker in technologies and emerging technologies. I come from the hospitality side. Challenge us with your topics, because we love to be challenged and give you sort of some great value, and because we really appreciate that you're taking the time to view our show. And since it's the first, we're looking forward to do quite a few of them in the future. Jayanth, anything you want to add on to this?
No, I think you summed it up extremely well, Sam Eric. Yeah, I mean, would love to hear feedback, questions, and also suggestions for topic for the next few interactions and discussions. Would love to tackle them.
Okay, on that note, well, let me thank on behalf of Jayanth and myself, thank you very much for viewing, and we look forward to seeing you again in our next episode.